Certainly, you can definitely feel those winds whipping around out there this morning. We even have a couple of showers moving in from some of these outermost rain bands. So here's a look at the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. Winds are at 70 miles per hour, so it has gotten a bit stronger since the last advisory, and it's expected to strengthen into a Category 1 hurricane sometime early this morning, this afternoon, as it moves over the Bahamas here. Cat 1 storm as it makes landfall sometime tonight, probably around 2 o'clock in the morning, and the cone does include Boca all the way up to the Sebastian area, quickly weakening into a tropical storm though as it continues to make a path to the west towards Okeechobee, and then starting to make its way out of the state as we head into early Friday morning. So we still have watches and warnings in place. Here's a breakdown of all of them. Tropical storm warning issued for these areas shaded in blue. That includes inland Palm Beach County into Okeechobee County. Also a hurricane warning issued for our coastal communities of Palm Beach County. That includes Jupiter, West Palm Beach into Boca Raton, and then also a hurricane warning issued for Indian River, St. Lucie and Martin counties. We're also going to be dealing with the threat for those strong winds throughout the day. It's pretty gusty out there right now, but we will see those winds on the increase, especially as we head into this evening, mainly after 10 p.m. As the storm moves on shore, that's when we'll see the worst of the weather. So 10 p.m. tonight through the overnight hours, even into early tomorrow morning to 6 a.m. It's still going to be very windy out there. Storm surge threat, that's going to be a threat, especially along the Treasure Coast. We could see anywhere from 3 to 5 feet of storm surge for the Palm Beaches, upwards of maybe 2 to 4 feet of storm surge. Computer models coming into better agreement here, showing a landfall anywhere from maybe Boca into the Jupiter area, maybe as far north as the Daytona Beach. But some of the models, the American and also the European model, showing a path over Jupiter overnight tonight. So again, details will have to be worked out in the coming hours. At this point, the chance of seeing tropical storm force winds is very high, especially along the Treasure Coast and Jupiter. A little bit less though across Boca Raton. But Steve, we're already feeling those winds picking up out there, and we've encountered a couple of rain bands as well.
Yeah, we have had some rain bands move on through, and that's going to be the story as we head into the next several hours. Here's Vipercast. This isn't live radar. This is one of our computer models. You can see the winds generally coming out of the northeast ahead of the storm system. As we head towards lunchtime, we're going to have waves of moisture coming on through. By the evening hours, look at that, 8 p.m., very heavy rain. There's the eye right there of, at that point in time, could be Hurricane Nicole. You can see big downpours from Vero through Stewart, Jupiter, all the way down towards Boca as well. We may have an isolated tornado or rumble ashore with these feeder bands, but the best bet will be north of the eye. That's where you typically will have not just the biggest storm surge and the strongest winds, but the best chance of seeing those isolated tornadoes as well. So that will be north of the eye, which would really be the Space Coast and up towards the First Coast. So here's the heavy rain coming in around 8:30, around midnight or so. At least according to this computer model, the storm is making landfall around Fort Pierce and Vero Beach. That is in line with some of the other hurricane models as well. So the possibility is still that it could make landfall anywhere between West Palm and up towards the Space Coast. So it's coming ashore, very heavy rain. This is where we have the strongest winds at that point in time. Notice Thursday morning, 9 a.m., sun is breaking through the clouds, at least into Palm Beach County. The winds are starting to shift coming in from the south as we head towards Thursday afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds, just a few lingering rain showers here or there. And by Friday, we're into plenty of sunshine. So here are the winds. This afternoon, winds 30 to 40 miles an hour, really starting to pick on up later in the day as we head towards the midnight hour. That's where we could potentially be dealing with hurricane strength winds, at least along the northern Treasure Coast into the Palm Beaches. Winds at that point in time around 40 to 50 miles an hour because we're going to be on the south side of that eye wall. Then by Thursday, the winds are starting to back on off, and as we head into Friday, winds at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Rainfall totals lower into southern Palm Beach County because you're away from the center of the storm. Rainfall totals for the Treasure Coast much higher, 4 to 6 inches, maybe some isolated numbers higher than that, all depending on where the heaviest downpours set on up.